Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So, time for the anthems. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
We are just getting started.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially...
He's having a hit! Molina. And Fernandez. Molina. And it's Messi. And he's had it nicked away. That's a smashing touch to get him away. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Just about within shooting range. And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Austria certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
That has been slung wide. And that's a throw-in. Tagliafico. Austria are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's gone for goal. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And he's managed to get free. No outsmarting him this time. Engages and forces him off the ball. That's going to slip through. And a shot! Goal! Argentina! And it's Argentina in front. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
First breakthrough.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be...
And Messi! Oh, it's come off the upright. That is... Gonzalez! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Lima gets it away. Tagliafico. Stood up well to him there. Out of play for a throw. Lima. Now it's Gregoric.
Austria are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And they've got rid. Fernandez. Goes looking wide. Gonzalez. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Gonzalez, given the lift of his goal, it's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Baumgartner. Now it's Arnautovic. Oh no, that was never going to make it. McAllister. 15 minutes till half-time. Tagliafico. Alaba. Oh, that's ambitious. Gonzalez. Alaba. Lienhardt. And Martinez! And that's a sharp finish. And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
So that's two now without reply.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he's there to deal with it. Messi plays it short. And this is Messi. And that is expertly dealt with. Dealt with nicely by the defence. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Baumgartner. Gregoric. Now it's Gregoric. Tagliafico. He shifted it to the flank. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Now it's Baumgartner. Gregoric. Great defending, strong and determined. Tagliafico. McAllister. Now it's Gonzalez.
Oh, really well played.
He has found the way through. Schlager. And he's forced to go back. And the referee has blown for half-time. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And we get things going again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
The pass has gone astray. Turns back here, probably the best option. Martinez. Tagliafico. Now Lima. That pass isn't the best. Fernandez. Lima kept his eye on it, and he's there. This is a promising build-up. Tagliafico. And Gonzalez. Tagliafico. And it's Rodrigo de Paul.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate. are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Lima, Gregoric, Gonzalez. Now it's Fernandez. Played back to the goalkeeper.
La cantidad de espectadores de este partido fue de 62.005.
Schmidt. Schlager. And he can clear it away. That's the throw. And it's Messi.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
It's a throw-in. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. And he's let fly! And that will sail harmlessly past.
Austria seem to have deployed this as a tactic that may need reconsideration.
McAllister has created one goal already. Tagliafico. That's Gonzalez. Gets a good foot in there. And he's managed to get rid. Opts for safety. McAllister. Passing is crisp and sharp. Molina. Oh, that's fabulous. And here's Messi. Foot in. Arnautovic. Fernandez. In with the challenge. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Lienhardt. Pass somewhat off target. Lisandro Martinez is there to clear. And he thumps it clear. Martinez. De Paul. To McAllister. Otamendi. Molina. McAllister. Molina. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Schmidt. Alaba. Now he's off and running. Muscular approach does pay off here. Now it's Messi. He's shifting through the gears here. And he cuts out the supply. And now they can clear their lines. Lima. Knocks it into space. Good ball, good take. And he's gone looking for safety. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Martinez. And here's Messi. Messi! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
And reclaimed it in a trice. And that will be it. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Austria desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
And That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
Se comporte de manera inadecuada será expulsada. Muchas gracias.